Ride. It's your boy Amari, back again with another reaction video. Today we are getting into another TXT song from their most recent EP. This song is called Devil by the Window and it came very highly requested. It is not a single, but it is a B-side that they have performed. So we're gonna be getting into it. I'm pretty hyped, one, because the name is like really intense, and two, because every comment on my reaction to Sugar Rush Ride was like, oh yeah, by the way, Devil by the Window is amazing, you should react to it. So I am. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share not to miss any more content like this, and I'll be seeing all of you guys on the other side. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So, TXT and their ADHD production yet again. For those who didn't watch my Sugar Rush Ride video, that's not shade. I mean that in the most positive way possible. Again, go watch that video if you have not seen it. What just happened? Like, it started out very up-tempo. I think we had 4 to the floor, so like a kick on every downbeat, and just like a really funky, distorted bass line playing, very like punk rock pop vibe, which I liked. And then we just went into something. Okay, so far I like what I've heard so far, but I just don't know how they transitioned into what they're doing now. You got some time today. Oh, I don't know, she's come out of play. High, so high, the Christmas sky is way too sweet to turn down. I scream and shout, but no one's around. There's no way to escape. I'm at the devil by the window, treading my life. Temptation touch my tongue, spread the wings of desire. It's just starting to vibe, don't you put up a fight. The devil by the window, dream on, dream on. Okay, all right. So, one, this song is entirely in English, mostly in English. I don't know. So far, I've only seen English lyrics, or maybe I missed the Korean section because I was dancing too much. I don't know. I think the song so far is entirely in English, which is interesting. Two, this bass line is amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's so dancey. If you're not dancing, if you're not grooving, if you're not jiving, I don't know, maybe legs broke. I don't know what to tell you. Like, man, wow. They, I love TXT. Very good. That, I'm gonna call it like an R&B section. The section that wasn't like this pop rock kind of vibe that they got going on the chorus, and that first half of the first verse, that section is really cool because while it is jarring at first, that transition, what they do is they slowly work back in elements that lead you back to that rock feel or that rock band kind of feel, especially in the drum section with that open hi-hat. Typically a drum set that would be used in a rock band would have lots of open hi-hat sections. That drum fill, although those were 808 drums, those are 808 toms mimicking actual toms, and so just generally in the percussion section of that, instead of taking it in a kind of like in Sugar Rush Ride, in the percussion section of what I have been on record saying is by far the best part of that song, where the beat switches in that goes in a very like hip hop production style way with electronic percussion. This also has electronic percussion, but the electronic percussion is tuned and crafted in a way to make it sound like it could if you, I was going to say close your eyes, but obviously that doesn't make sense with what you're hearing. But if you squinted your eyes metaphorically, you could think that it was real acoustic drums, which again leads you back to that rock vibe of things. And then, of course, they switched the beat back. So overall, it's really cool what they're doing here on the production. And obviously, the boys sound great, but they always sound great. I can't just go around every video and be like, oh my God, they sound amazing. Like, we know that already. You knew that before you clicked on the video. I don't need to tell you that, but I still did anyway. Okay, real quick, because okay. So I'm going to do another production thing, and then I'm probably going to start fangirling about them. But one moment. So I really, really like this production. The stuff that they're doing, they're using sound effects as percussive instruments. And some people don't like when I compare songs to other songs or artists to other artists, but it's never meant as a slight. So if you don't like the artist that I'm comparing said song to, it's not meant as an attack, okay? Okay, so this reminds me a lot of a Billie Eilish song. Yes, I had to preface all that because I know people like freak out over Billie, but one thing you cannot argue with is Phineas, her brother and her main producer slash co-writer. His production is amazing. Like, Phineas is the reason Billie Eilish got like 8 Grammys right now. Like, he is, by all contemporary measures, a musical genius. And one of the things that is very distinct about his production style is that he uses random ambient sound effects or random noises as percussive elements in songs. You know, they'll go around and they'll record, I don't know, the sound of some emo girl's boots walking down the street and turn that into like a drum fill on a Billie Eilish song. And it's very creative, but it's also really dope. And that's what they're doing here with some type of scream sound effect, which also Billie does a lot because, again, like she has that whole alternative pop wave on lock right now. So lots of like emo sounding pop songs, which include like screams off her first album. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but she has a similar scream effect as a percussive element in one of the singles off of that first album. You know, the one where she's in white and it's all black and she's sitting on the bed. Something about where do we go when we die in our sleep, or I don't know, some emo something about sleeping and dying and whatever. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? I think is what it's called. But the point is that the fact that I can't think of the song is actually really bugging me right now. I might look it up and then in the outro come back and tell you what it is. So stick around to the outro. I actually do put good stuff in my outros. I don't just like, I don't know what people do in their outros. I don't really watch other reaction videos. So yeah, but the point is, this is really cool what they're doing with their percussion because they are, well, whoever produced this, I don't know, maybe they could have had a hand in producing it, but whoever produced this took a bunch of like really random like static sound effects and like screams and stuff and put them into the beat in ways to work as elements. They're not one shot, they're looping back up at certain points in the beat, and that just makes it so much cooler. Like, that could be anything, but you made it something weird, and so my weird brain appreciates that. Raced away in the gutter with me. No one can tell what is fake in my reality. I see the way it's what you for me. Oh, stay, you can stay when you tell to leave. Oh, what you doing? Here goes some trendy. Oh, I don't know, she's come out of place. High so high, the creeps in the sky is way too sweet to turn. I met the devil by the window, traded my life. Temptation touched my tongue, spread the wings of desire. He's whispering, give up, don't you put up a fight. So the devil by the window, dream on, good night. You know what this also reminds me of? This video is just gonna be me comparing this to white people, apparently. I don't know. Sorry, guys. The song is amazing, but it keeps conjuring thoughts in my head, so I'm sharing them with you. This reminds me a lot of Arctic Monkeys. Oh my God, what is that album called? AM, right? Yeah, the black one with the sound wave on the cover. I don't know why I keep talking about the covers of albums instead of like the actual names, but whatever. The point is that album they produced in California. Yeah, right? Or was it Vegas? I don't know. They produced it in the US, UK band, but they produced it in the US, and they pulled from elements of pop as well as hip hop in it. And so it has this very distinct, like, pop, hip hop, rock vibe to it, and lots of chunky, distorted, dark bass lines that are like super dancey, and you can just groove to them. And all of the singles off of it, except one, they were mostly written on a 7-string guitar that I'm not gonna nerd out on right now, but it's awesome. And what it allows you to do is play notes that are a lot lower than you could typically play on an electric guitar. And so on that guitar, they wrote both the lead guitar melodies as well as the bass lines on the guitar. And the album is very bassline heavy. Let me put it that way. And this is reminding me of that a lot, where it's rockish, but not all the way. It's popish, but not all the way. It has like some production elements of hip hop, and some of the delivery stuff, like the staccato of the actual delivery is hip hopish, but they're not like really rapping. It's cool though. Like that's the Arctic Monkeys' best album ever. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. Also, it's their most commercially successful album ever. So like the facts back me up on that. So suck it. But yeah, that's what this is reminding me of. It's kind of like, I don't know exactly what genre to label this as it's multifaceted, but it's good and dancey and very catchy. And I don't know why this wasn't a single. That I'm gonna say it. This need a music video immediately.
The devil by the window, dream on, good night.
Okay, okay, sorry, my brain is recalibrating. I was waiting on that section to end before I like commented on it, but it wasn't. I don't know if they just like, if this is one of those things where they just switch the beat halfway through and it never goes back. And in case it does, I want to let you know, this is insane. Like, this is so interesting. Very light, delicate vocals, very beautiful. If this actually is Kai, and I say if it is because I know that sometimes these lyric videos credit the wrong member for certain things. I don't know. I could never do this. I don't know how people do this. Like, it would be hard for me too, because a lot of times members on new comebacks show things that you didn't know that they could do. So how would you know that that was that member doing it? Whatever. But if this is Kai, my boy floating. Like, he really levitating on the beat right now. This song has like very... They did like some alien sound effect, something, some sci-fi something happening when they switched into it. This song is very interesting in that it is kind of like Sugar Rush Ride in that it's jarring in the transitions that they make, but again, in a good way. It's like if you were hearing this song passively just walking through like, I don't know, the mall or something, and it's just playing in the background, you're not paying attention to it, and then the beat switches, you're like, what was that? Like, you know, it grabs your attention, grabs you by the throat, and it forces you to stay present with the song, which is dope, but I'm gonna say it's uncommon in a lot of people's production style because it can push certain fans away. Again, as I already touched on in the Sugar Rush Ride video, I feel like fans of K-pop groups are more likely to be able to keep up with the different musical elements that are being brought in and out of the song, because that is the whole nature of K-pop, in that their vocalists are doing that. When you have so many members in a group on a song at the same time, you're getting a bunch of different elements musically over the course of a song. And so I don't know that this will actually push anybody away. I didn't know if people were gonna like Sugar Rush Riot, and everybody's like, everybody loves it. And I was like, great, different inspirations and influences that it's pulling on, but it all works together in that, well, they did it well. So like, I mean, if the song was bad, then like it would suck. But the song isn't bad. They aren't bad. So it works, you know? It's kind of like when you mix flavors together with food. Like if you put two food items together, it's great. It's genius when it tastes good. If it doesn't taste good, then it's like, why would you do that? You know? But their food, metaphorically, taste amazing, and so it's creative and different and cool, and I appreciate that. But I also have to note that some people may not, and I can see how that could be, but I am not one of you. Don't claim me, because I love this.
Into the night, he said, dream on, dream on, dream on.
The hell? Okay, hold on. So that was the end of the song, apparently. This is gonna be like some BS. What? Okay, all right, whatever. I'm gonna let this play out, and I'll see you guys in the outro.
Tick tock, tick tick tock. Go my home, please don't.
Yes, please don't. Okay, so between filming that and filming this, I did look it up, and the Billie Eilish song that I was thinking of is Bury a Friend, but Phineas, which again produces all of her stuff, he does that intertwining random shit into your production on a lot of different songs, and so go listen to them. They're really good, like for real. Just even if you don't like Billie for whatever extracurricular reason, the music is objectively good. But anyway, the way that they intertwined the screams and that like staticky effect into the beat, very reminiscent of like an alternative pop R&B type song, and I thought it was dope. I really enjoyed this song. It is so dancey. Like that bass line, so fire. Producers will spend a long time in sound selection, which is basically where we sit and we listen to 4,700 different bass lines over the course of days, trying to pick the right thing to fit the concept or idea that we have for the beat. And however long the producer spent crafting this sound, it was worth it. Like finding the actual instrument and then, you know, tuning it and shaping it in whatever ways that they did, it was worth it, because that bass line is fire. Again, I like the fact that this song feels disjointed, but not in a way that is off-putting to me. It just works because the song is good. It's like watching those videos where people do like really crazy trick shots where they'll like throw the ball between their legs from half court and it'll go in. You're like, why would you even try? Oh wow, good job, amazing, standing ovation. That's how I feel about this song. It's a crazy trick shot, and they pulled it off. So shouts out to them. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely tell me what you think about it in the comment section down below, even though I already know what you think, because you told me to react to this song like 500 times. So I'm assuming that you guys will like it, but in the event you aren't one of the many people who DM'd me and told me to react to this song, Leave your comments in the comment section down below telling me what you think about it. But if you don't like it, then, well, it's a you problem. It's not the song. It's you. I'm just kidding, guys. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Not to missing more content like this. And I'm seeing all of you guys here on the channel next time.